Hi, my name is Trey Reichert, and in this presentation, I'm going to be talking a little bit about cycle bonuses. This is a topic that I think most new Team Beachbody coaches are not that familiar with. It can be a very confusing topic, and over the past few years, I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out what it means when you cycle, because I know as coaches, our goal, obviously, if we want to make a little bit more income than just paying for our products, we need to start advancing in rank. And one of the very first benefits that you'll be able to notice once you advance to the Emerald rank is the cycle bonus. And so today, that's what we're going to be talking about, is how do you earn cycle bonuses. So let's start with, in order to accumulate a cycle bonus, what must happen? There are three important rules that you need to remember in order to achieve a cycle bonus. Okay, number one, you must be an active coach. So what does that mean? Well, all it means is every month you need to maintain at least 50 personal volume points, okay, in a qualification period, which again is defined as 35 days, but it's just easier to remember as a month. Now, if you're on Shakeology and you're ordering that every month, that's worth 90 personal volume points, and all you need is 50. So that's an easy way to stay active. If you're not on Shakeology, then again, you just need to be selling programs or products that are worth at least 50, or you need to be purchasing programs or products every month that are at least 50 points. So that should be a very, very easy one to follow. Number two, you must be an Emerald or higher ranked coach. Now, an Emerald coach, by definition, is an active coach for one, and has a total of 2 coaches that they have signed underneath them. And one coach must be on their right leg and one on their left leg. And we're going to go a little bit more into detail about the right and left legs. But just remember that. And it's not just getting a coach to sign up. They must also be an active coach. And just as we just went over what the rules are, or the requirements to be an active coach are, again, they have to be active on your right and left legs. Now, the last rule in order to start accumulating cycle bonuses is you must have at least 300 total volume points that your coaches are generating every month, or not necessarily every month, but in order to cycle one time. And what that means is if you sign a coach and that coach is purchasing Shakeology or is getting customers to purchase Shakeology, then that coach will earn 90 volume points. That becomes your team volume, okay? And again, you need to have a total of 300. So you start doing the math, you need at least 3 orders of Shakeology total. But again, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but I'm going to try and simplify it for you. But just remember that you need a total volume of 300 with at least 100 of that total in one leg and 200 in the other leg. And I think this last rule is where a lot of people start to get confused. And I'm gonna try and help you out with that here in a little bit. The last thing just to remember, which is good news, that you can earn up to 96 cycles per day. And that's pretty great when you start thinking about, for every cycle, as an Emerald coach, you earn $14 for one cycle. A Ruby earns 16 and a Diamond earns 18. So you start doing the math on that, that's quite a bit of money. Again, that's the max right there, 96 cycles per day. So let's talk about what your organization can look like. When you first become a coach, obviously that's you up at the top, and you already have a right and a left leg that is set up under what's called your business center, okay? when you sign two coaches, your first two coaches, let's just say you've got Lefty, who's coach number one and you put them in your left leg, and you've got Righty, coach number two, and you put them on your right leg. If both of those coaches are active, again, either they're purchasing at least 50 volume points worth of product every month, or they're getting customers to purchase under their website, then they will be active, and now you are an emerald. So now's when you can start qualifying for cycle bonuses. So let's take this a little bit step further for this scenario, okay? Now let's just assume, okay, you get a third coach, you sign them. The PS in this presentation represents personally sponsored. That means they signed up directly underneath you. So let's just say, okay, now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coaches that you signed, and then, oh my, coach number 3 gets on fire. They sign up their mom and their sister, and now they become Emerald coaches. Now, here's the interesting thing is coach number 5 is on the left-hand side of your team, but the interesting thing is coach number 1 is actually going to see in their coach online office that they have a new coach in their organization. And I think a lot of new coaches get pretty excited when they see in their coach online office that they have a new coach. And they think, oh my gosh, now I'm just one away from being Emerald. Well, that's not true. It's not entirely true. That coach, number 5 in this example, was not personally sponsored by coach number 1. So therefore, in order for coach number 1 to advance in rank, they have to be directly sponsored by that coach. But for the purposes of earning cycle bonuses, coach number 3 is going to benefit from any volume that coach number 5 and 6 get. Coach number 1 is going to benefit from the same volume of coaches 5 and 6. And then you are going to benefit from the volume generated by coach 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, and 4 in this particular example. So let's keep going with this. So now coach number 5 signs a coach. Okay, again, they were not personally sponsored by you, but they're still in your organization and you get to benefit from their volume. So you can kind of see how this works where, even though you did not personally sponsor them or get them to sign up through you, they're still considered on your team. And this is one thing that I like to stress, especially for couples. When one spouse enters the business as a coach and they wait to sign up the other spouse, for whatever reason, the other spouse, husband or wife, is not really on board with the business. And maybe they don't like the workouts. They like going to the gym or doing boot camps or whatever the case might be. Or maybe they're just not into working out or drinking Shakeology, and they don't see the value in signing up as a coach. Well, I will have to tell you that if you, as a coach, want to build your business, the best way and fastest way to do that is to sign up your coach, your spouse, immediately. And the reason I say that is you look at this example, you want your spouse to be either in position 1 or position 2. And again, even if they're not doing anything with the business, as you continue to sign coaches, they're going to go underneath that coach when it comes to team volume points.